Oh goodness, what are they doing? They're assaulting that territory in... they're assaulting Sharp Point, which is a really weird choice, because it's costing them a heck of a lot of men. The Westerlands seems to be fighting against the Crown as well, judging by the fact that their troop number just went to red. I'm slightly worried now, because the troop numbers don't seem to be in our favour, although to be honest, there's nothing really we need to worry about, because it's not really going to affect us much, except that there will be elective succession. I already forgot. Yeah, we need to join this war. Alright, I've roused the troops. I'll balance this as well as I can, but all of my troops are lumped in together. There's a group of 3,000 men, and then there's a couple of hundred other guys. Pretty weak. I really wish there was a way of breaking those troops up, because obviously I don't want to just lump them all in one place so that they can just easily get flanked on both sides by the enemy. That's not what I want. But I don't know if there's... I've never seen any way of not having that happen. Excellent, so I'm now Ariane's heir. It actually has me down as being her heir this time rather than my daughter who I had to imprison. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if that's actually what did it, but I'm sure as hell not going to release her until I get Dawn. Ah, excellent, the Reach appears to have declared for the king, or at the very least it's not fighting against them, so yes. That's promising. And the Crownlands troops seem to have rallied. There were 42,000 of them there, and they seem to be marching with intent towards, you know, the Northerners and the Westerlands. Western men. Westies. Looks like the Westerlands is no longer at war with the throne or us or something. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what's happened there, but all I do know is Taisha's pregnant again. Stannis III, very prolific at producing progeny, it would seem. I'm just keeping my men there to besiege some territories of the in the Riverlands. Every little bit helps, I guess. I think the king's... Oh. Wow, we've both just got a fertility bonus, which is really handy when she's pregnant, obviously. But it seems as though the marriage between Stannis and Taisha is one of love. Oh my goodness, that is a large number of Northmen heading my way. Hopefully I'll be able to capture Poolguard before they get here, although it's looking increasingly less likely. I'm starting to think I should move my troops out of there. So they will get there in Darry on the 1st of April. We'll let them get there and then see how long it'll be taking them to get to the next province, I guess. 17th. I do have my ships there, so I can make a hasty retreat if needs be, which is looking increasingly likely that I will have to do that. So for some reason the Northerners seem to have sidestepped me and just gone into the province of Antlers. Presumably they didn't think I was worthy of their time? I'm not really sure. Ah, so now here is the Iron Throne troops. Hopefully they'll have the time to attack the Northerners. Oh, it's looking likely. Tempted to have my men in reserve too. Oh, yep. The conflict has begun. So it looks as though, given their advantage of 10,000 men over the armies of Robb Stark, that the Crownlands will win this battle. I'm tempted to throw my men in there just as a backup, but I don't really need the casualties, and the Iron Throne doesn't really need the help. Saying that, no, yeah, they do have the advantage. Numerically, it's still about the same advantage as before, but in terms of morale, they have a lead. And sure enough, the Northerners are starting to rout. And there we go. The Iron Throne is almost won. There we go. So, surprisingly low amount of war score awarded to him for that victory there. How many men did the Northerners lose? 13,000. And the Iron Throne lost 9,000. Ah, we've had another daughter, who I shall give the inventive name of Stannis? Maybe? Stanek? No. Come on, you can do this. I need to think of something slightly more, I don't know, original. I feel as though the daughters should have greater room for creativity with their names. Stannis. Maybe? No? Stannis? I'm not really sure. Apparently I don't know many girls, or their names, because I can't think of any variations on Stannis here. Stangelina. There we go. Stangelina. God, that was hard. Naming children is hard. We've just captured Maidenpool, and the war score is looking fairly positive and in favour of the crown. I'm not really sure what these movements are all about, what either side is attempting to achieve here. I'm guessing that they're going to try and take Antlers again, and if the throne has any sense, they'll do what they did before and attack them in Antlers. Yep, they're going to do that. Okay, that's fine. As long as they don't get stuck, I suppose. That's the main thing. I don't know what's wrong with that territory in the middle, but everybody seems to be avoiding it like the plague. So there we go. The Northerners are fighting the Iron Throne, and this time they have an even bigger numerical advantage, so it shouldn't be too long before this contingent of the Northern Army is defeated. I might just have a cheeky stab at those Iron Islanders there. Oh, never mind, they've gotten ahead of me. But I'll probably carry on that way anyway, seeing as Maidenpool's been captured. I might as well lay siege to Darry. So there we go, the Northerners have been defeated again. This time I think they took much heavier losses in comparison to the throne. Yeah, they lost 7,000 men. So that contingent of their armies, well, even I could take it out now. Ah, looks as though he's won the war then. He's imprisoned them and then released them immediately. Both Donald of the Iron Islands and Rob of the North and the Riverlands. And the war has been run by King Robert. Oh, I keep forgetting. I'm supposed to, with my troops, I'm supposed to take them back to the provinces they came from to reduce troop loss, as somebody in the comments told me a while ago, and since then I've neglected to follow their advice. Just out of forgetfulness. I really need to remember to send them home before I lower the levies. Looks like the Stormlands has resolved whatever was going on in there, probably in favour of the Lord Paramount. There we go, got there in the end. Well, definitely in the favour of the Lord Paramount. Just depends which one it is. Oh, so I could actually, I could fight a war for the Stormlands on behalf of Stannis. Why on earth would I do that? Looks like Tion Frey also managed to keep hold of the Westerlands. So the status quo is being kept, more or less. It's being maintained. Preserved. Preserved, that's the one that goes with status quo. Okay, so I gained some intrigue there. I was listening to two people plot to advance themselves in a tournament, and I was like, that's an amateur plot. This is how I would do it, and then, I don't know what I did after that. Apparently I'm smart now. I'm pretty sure that that's just me thinking I'm smarter, though. Oh, fantastic, I just won another tournament. I don't even recall entering these things most of the time, I just end up winning them. So this is how things look at the moment. We've got the Reach with a large strip across there, Dawn, hopefully soon to be mine. The Stormlands is once again reunited. The Westerlands, a chunk of it seems to belong to the Reach, as with pretty much everywhere else. The Vale, very much self-contained and untouched, and the North, obviously joined with the Riverlands under Robb Stark. This is kind of what this game leads you to, kidnapping your own 3-year-old daughter and just willing old women to die. It's really quite morbid and brutal, but you get absorbed into it in kind of way that doesn't linger with you afterwards. It sort of incorporates cruelty and violence in a non-graphic way, all for the sake of expedience, really. It does things to you, man, this game. It does things to you. So yes, Lord Selmyr of the Stormlands is still in control. He's off House Buckler. Although, to be honest, before I would expect to, rather than like have to extinguish another family through assassinations, I imagine I'll be more able to take control of Dawn at some point and use that to take the Stormlands. That's the plan. Just having a quick peek to see who wants to kill the king. It's always nice to know. It's kind of like the Crusader King's equivalent of a gossip magazine, which is or approval ratings, I suppose. How many lords want the king dead, if any? It's weird that nobody seems to mind too much that I've imprisoned my own daughter, just her. Like, nobody else really cares. I guess Book Stannis does actually keep his daughter kind of locked away because of the grayscale that she had, and that's not really a spoiler because that's like established from the moment you meet Stannis, so that's not a spoiler. But yes, I'm following in that proud family tradition. I've just noticed that Tyche has been imprisoned. Guessing that had something to do with the resolution of the rebellion in the Westerlands because she is the Lady of Lannisport. It's tad unfortunate. I wonder if I maybe have to do something about that in the future. It's on my to-do list.